Hey friends, let's make one final Christmas project for the year 2025. So for this project you're going to need one of those wooden nativity scenes from Dollar Tree. You're also going to need 3 wood pieces, also from Dollar Tree, and you can use whatever sizes you want. I just chose 3 random sizes. Then you're going to start by painting all 3 pieces with a coat of ink by Waverly. And I always tell you this, guys, that if you don't have chalk paint, if you've got acrylic paint, it works just fine. It's a lot cheaper than chalk paint, so just use what you got. But you're going to paint all 3 pieces with just one coat. And I know I don't really show it here, but I do the back of all 3 pieces as well. So you want to make sure to do that because you are going to be able to see it. And there I show you I did the front and the back. And then once we get that dried, we're going to be doing the crackle technique on these 3 pieces. So you're going to take whatever glue you have on hand. You can use Elmer's glue, Mod Podge, wood glue. I'm just using Dollar Tree's version of Elmer's glue. And then you're going to put a generous amount of that on your wood pieces and just paint it on as if you were painting. And then just remember, the more glue you put on, the thicker your crackles will be. So just keep that in mind. I like a lot of crackles and I like mine to be thicker, so that's why I put a lot of glue on it. And then while the glue is still wet, you want to go in with your top paint color, which for this project I chose Snow White by Waverly. And again, you can use acrylic paint if that's what you have on hand. And then I did not do the crackle method on the sides. I just did kind of like the dry brush technique on that. Mostly I was concerned about the crackle being on the front part of each wood piece. And then once you get that white coat painted on, you're going to dry it. And as you can see here, as it's starting to dry, it's creating all those little crackles. And then now you're going to do your last 2 pieces. Same thing. You're going to do a generous coat of your glue on there. And then again, as the glue, while it is still wet, is when you want to paint on your top coat. I have seen some crafters that will partially dry the glue and then add their top paint color on. That does not work for me. So I have to have it completely still wet for it to work, to get those crackles that I like. And again, don't forget to do the sides as well. Didn't those turn out so beautiful? And then I show you here, I'm not doing the crackle technique on the back of the pieces. I just did that dry brush technique like I did on the sides. So now for more of a distressed look, we're going to go in with that wax, that bare wax that one of my followers on Facebook had sent me. And it's in the color Dark Antique. And then we're just going to distress it around the edges because I wanted this to look like a really old worn piece. And you're going to do it to all 3 wood pieces. And then I did the sides of each wood piece as well. You're going to get that completely dried. Set those to the side. Now we're going to work on that little nativity piece from Dollar Tree. And then you don't need that bottom piece or that base piece, so I just moved it over to the side. Then you're going to take antique wax by Waverly and a baby wipe and just give it a stained look on all your pieces. And then as you can see here, I'm showing you guys that we are putting the different pieces on the different wood pieces. I wanted the manger and baby Jesus to be on the biggest wood piece. And since this is all wood, I am using a combination of wood glue and my hot glue gun just to make sure it really stays on there. But if you guys wouldn't mind, if you are enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to my channel already, I hope you do so. But I wanted to keep this project kind of simple. I didn't want to add a whole lot. And something I do add after this video was over, I did add a little bit of Excelsior at the bottom of the manger. And see, that's all 3 pieces. But that's all I added. So let me know what would you guys have added. And I do add hinges to the 3 pieces that was not shown here. But let me know what you guys think. Bye.